I would like to introduce myself. As you know that I am a student of this school, Opera School, and I am a student. My name is Ashish Ranjan, and I belong to a standard 8. So today we have got a chance to teach you to express my opinion on the topic how can we express ourselves as a teacher? How can we represent we a student? How can we represent ourselves as a teacher? That we can be a teacher as a student as well as we can act as a teacher. And so I have got a golden chance to express my opinion on that view. So today I am going to teach you the chemistry subject. The first lesson of the name of the first chapter of chemistry is chemical reaction and chemical equation. I write the name of chapter chemical reactions and equations. First of all, we are going to study chemistry. Then we must know the word chemistry means. What chemistry is? What the word chemistry means? What is chemistry? That's after discussing about the what is chemistry, we will come again to the point chemical reaction and equation. What is chemistry? Chemistry is that branch of science. As we are discussing about science, we are dealing about science and the branch of science chemistry. What is chemistry? Chemistry is that branch of science in which we study about reactions. What is chemistry? Chemistry is related to reactions. All those changes which occurs in all the changes means that in the branch of chemistry we study about reactions, changes which is held in every moment in our environment, in our surrounding, on the world, on the earth. That what is happening, what is going on. That's about that we read in chemistry. Changes or reactions. So we have discussed what is chemistry. Chemistry means the branch of science in which we study about chemical reactions. Okay. Now what is chemical reaction? We told that in chemistry we study about chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? Chemical reactions. Chemical reaction relates chemical changes. Relates chemical changes. Relates chemical changes. What is chemical changes? We told that chemical reaction relates or involves chemical changes. What the word is chemical changes? Change means transformation of a state. Transformation of the state of substances from one to another. And the chemical changes, there are, as you have studied in your previous classes, that there is two types of changes. One physical changes and other is chemical changes. Chemical changes means the change in which new substance with new properties are formed, and the obtained substance cannot get converted into their previous substances, into their rudimentary substances. Means that when and chemical reaction involves to these all changes, not physical changes. Physical changes. What is physical changes? First we will discuss about on this topic that what is physical changes. Physical changes are those changes in which new substances are formed, but those substances which is formed again get reverted, again get reversible to the proper substances, to the preliminary substances from which it is formed. For example, water is a compound. Water, when we boil, means that when we supply heat to water, when we supply heat to water, then water gets converted into vapor. Into vapor means that when we increase the temperature of water, then it gets converted. It goes converted into vapor. Again, when this vapor is condensed, this vapor is condensed means temperature when we decrease the temperature, when decreases the temperature, decrease in temperature, decrease in temperature and increase in pressure. When we increase pressure and temperature, then again this vapor gets converted into this water. Means what happens during this condition? What is the name of that process by which vapor gets converted into water? What is it? Condensation. Condensation. In the case of water. And another word is liquefaction. Liquefaction. Liquefaction is a word. Look here, liquefaction. Liquefaction. From this word we can understand what this word means. Liquid means that there is liquid, and the word liquid derived from which word? Liquid. And faction means conversion. Yes, conversion. Conversion. Conversion of a substance into liquid form is called liquefaction. And in the case of water, we say the conversion of vapor into water is called liquefaction or condensation, you can see. So let's we come to the topic which is given in our textbook, that in the standard class 10, chemical reaction and chemical equation. First of all, I write all the topic which we are now going to discuss. First topic is what is chemical reaction. Total topic I am going to write here, that we are going to deal now. Chemical reaction. Another topic is characteristics of chemical reaction. Characteristics of chemical reaction. What happens during a chemical reaction? Generally what happens during a chemical reaction is a normal question which arises from this chapter. That what happens, what phenomena undergoes during chemical reaction. I write here what happens during chemical reaction. What happens during chemical reaction? During chemical reaction, a rearrangement of atoms take place. During a chemical reaction, no other substances are formed, or the pre-existing atoms of substances does not get converted into another atom, another element does not get converted into another atom. Means that only the rearrangement of atoms take place, such that when H2 is a gas, H2 combines with O2, then we cannot write that this H2 will completely get converted into O2, or this O2 will completely get converted into H2. This all is wrong. Means that when chemical reaction takes place, then only rearrangement or mingling of atom takes place. Means that the atoms H2 and O2 rearranges their atoms to form a new substance, and the new substance formed after this reaction is H2O. H2O. This is liquid. We will see how can we recognize. First of all, now the term that chemical reaction. How can we say that a incident, the phenomena which is going to happen is a chemical reaction? Is a chemical reaction in our daily life. We see example of chemical reaction. Example of chemical reaction in our daily life, happening in our daily life, happening in our surrounding. First example is curdling of milk. You are familiar to the fact that curdling of milk is a chemical reaction. Curdling of milk. Why this is a chemical reaction? Because milk under desirable circumstances got converted into curd. This milk got converted into curd, and again this curd does not get converted into this milk. Means that when this milk solidifies and becomes curd, then this curd again cannot get converted into this milk. Means that there is chemical reaction, chemical changes have taken place, and chemical changes means the substance formed have new properties. They does not possess the properties of their pre-existing substances. They have a new properties. This milk is palatable. This milk is delicious. Although curd has also a good taste, but the taste of milk and the taste of curd, there is various difference between the taste of milk and curd. Means that chemical substance formed milk, the product formed here is milk, curd. This curd have a unique property, a unique characteristics, a unique behavior. Another example we can write ripening of fruit. That mango, first of all, mango have when mango is unripe, means mango is not ripened, then they have a bitter taste, they have a salty taste, they is not favorable to us. But when this mango becomes ripened, then they have a sweet taste. When this mango undergoes attains their we can say that when this mango attains their okay, we take another example. Occurs in the environment such that curdling of milk happen. Another is ripening of fruit. Ripening of fruit. And these are all the examples that happen in our daily life. Let's move ahead. What is characteristics of a chemical reaction? Every chemical reaction are when expressed are accompanied by certain changes. Every chemical reactions are accompanied by certain changes. Can we write that? Every chemical reaction accompanied accompanied by certain changes and these changes are called characteristics of that chemical reaction. For example, there are 5 types of chemical characteristics. How can we recognize that a chemical reaction has taken place? There are 5 characteristics of a chemical reaction. First one is
evolution of gas.
Evolution of gas. Characteristics of a chemical reaction. Characteristics of chemical first one is evolution of gas. And second one is
Formation of precipitate.
formation of precipitate. Formation of precipitate. Third one is
Change in color.
change in color. Fourth one is
Change in temperature.
change in temperature. And the last one is change in state. Change in state. Next we will see the example of how evolution of how can we recognize that due to the evolution of gas a chemical reaction has taken place. Let's see one example. When zinc granules are put in a vessel containing copper sulfate solution, then zinc sulfate is formed and hydrogen gas is released. Means that if we take a vessel which have aqueous solution of copper sulfate and certain zinc granules are when put in this vessel, then these get converted in, and these vessels, the zinc element, the atom of zinc replaces this copper atom from this compound and takes the place of copper, and this forms zinc sulfate solution and hydrogen gas is released. How can we understand that hydrogen gas is released during this reaction? When a burning furnace, a burning splinter, when a burning splinter is brought near this gas, then a pop sound starts. We can hear a pop sound, a burning of pop sound. Means burning of pop sound is a characteristic property of hydrogen gas. If anybody asks you that what is the characteristics properties of hydrogen gas, then you will say that hydrogen gas burns with pop sound. Burns with pop sound. Another example. We have less time then, so we have to deal with certain topics. So we move ahead, and one example we take another topic, that formation of precipitate. Formation of precipitate. What is the word precipitate? It is a singular form of precipitate. What is precipitate? The word precipitate means a solid substances. Precipitate are solid substances chemical reaction. A solid substances, or you can write chemical reaction. Here I write that. It precipitate are those substances which are insoluble in water. Insoluble in water. For example, when potassium iodide reacts with lead nitrate. When potassium iodide react with lead nitrate, then a substance, namely lead iodide and potassium nitrate is formed. Aqueous solution and it is in solid form. Lead iodide. This lead iodide is yellow in color. In this reaction, we see that when this compound react with the other compound lead nitrate, then a new substance, new compound, namely lead iodide is formed, having a different color, that is yellow. Then we came to understand that a chemical reaction has taken place. How a precipitate can be formed during a chemical reaction? A precipitate, how we can recognize that a precipitate can be formed? So let's see that precipitate can be formed in two cases. Precipitate can be formed in two cases. First cases is that when two aqueous compounds react together, means that the reactants are aqueous. Means that the reacting substances is in the form of water, is in the form of watery solution. Means that they are dissolved in the form of, means what is aqueous solution? Aqueous solution means that I have sugar. When this sugar is, I should not write it here. Let's see, sugar. When this sugar is dissolved in water, then an aqueous solution of sugar is formed. Then an aqueous solution of sugar is formed. Means that this sugar got dissolved into water to form aqueous solution. And here I have wrote that potassium iodide aqueous solution. Means that this potassium iodide is it is dissolved in the watery form, in the water. So any precipitate can be formed in two cases. First cases, both reactants is in the form of aqueous. And another way is that when a gas is passing through, when a gas combines with an aqueous solution, then only a precipitate can be formed. For example, when CO2 gas is passed, CO2 is a gas. You can say that, how can you recognize, give me another example that how gas and aqueous solution can combine together to form a precipitate. Then CO2 is a gas which combines with calcium hydroxide. CO2 is a gas which combines with calcium hydroxide aqueous solution. Means that it is lime water. Combines with lime water to form calcium carbonate. It is solid. To form calcium carbonate and water plus water. Here we say that a precipitate is formed. It is a white precipitate. A precipitate has formed when gas, one reacting substances, one reactant is in the form of gas and the another reactant is in the form of aqueous. Neither two acid, neither two solid reactant plus solid reactant can gives a precipitate. They can neither gives a precipitate. Two solid reactants cannot give a precipitate in the form of product. To get a precipitate, we'll have to combine two aqueous solution, or you will have to pass a gas to another aqueous solution. Then we can obtain any precipitate. Okay. We move ahead.
Yes.
The another is change in color. What is change in color has happened, and the other is change in color. Change in color. Change in color. As given example given in the text is that when SO2 gas is passed, SO2 gas is passed through a acidified potassium dichromate solution. K2Cr2O7 potassium dichromate solution. Then the real color of this solution is acidified potassium dichromate solution is then change in color takes place. What happens? Change in color takes place. First example is that when when an acid is mixed with potassium permanganate solution, then there also a change in color takes place. Here the real color of this solution is, what is the real color of potassium dichromate solution? It is orange in color, and its got colors. This orange color fades. This orange color fades and green color is obtained.